Hello everyone and welcome to Bevan's Bricks. I hope you're all having had a good work week and enjoying your weekend now. Today, what I've decided to do is we're going to start working on this particular plate so I can get that one white building here. And I think my new decision is I'm going to rip this off so I can have a nice fat tree here. And we're going to put another building here, white and blue, like this one. And we're going to call these buildings the towers. And real quickly, hey, Art Claxton, how are you doing, my friend? Aussie Adams, good day to you. Brick Tools, hello. DJ, hello, hello. Cyrus says, hey, juicers. Brick Tools, talking to somebody else. Paul R, how are you, my friend? Good day. Falcon W, howdy, howdy. Cyrus, hello, fellow Australians, he says. And greetings to you, New Jersey, John. How are you, my friend? Blinky Bricks, what is up? Again, Cyrus, Aussie Adams, Aaron DeLilo, Art Claxton. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking, Aaron. And excuse me. And Rain says his weekend is ending today. That stinks. So you're actually going back to work then. That's, like I said, that really stinks. Brick Sergeant, how are you today, buddy? And Aaron says, glad to see you back. And thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. He says, let's get started. Excuse me while I'm trying to clear my throat. Anyway, I should start muting when I do that. Again, what I was just saying is I've decided that I'm just going to keep, this is going to be one building and another. So just to give you an idea, let me show you what we're doing. And thank you, Brickles. He says, I love how you do trees. I'm just going to grab the top floor off that building really quickly. Because what I'm going to do is I got to figure out, because this building is going to be, again, this is and Brick Sergeant, thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate that. Brick Sergeant just donated $1.99, and he donates on every stream, so I can't thank you enough, buddy. I really appreciate it. But real quickly, I want to say, this building is where I'm going to put here, and this is already a 9-story building, so we're going to put the 10th floor in the bottom. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make something that'll mimic this to go right here. At least that's part of the thought process anyway. There, I muted at that time so I wasn't blowing everybody's ears out. I just had to sneeze. Fox Leader, how are you? He says, here I am waiting for some guys to play OG Doom. And here you go live in the background. With your setup, you are definitely capable of doing multiple things. Old school Doom, man, I haven't played Doom and I couldn't tell you when. That used to be a really fun game, though, I have to say. That was a lot of fun. The last time I played that, God, I want to say I was still an apprentice back in the 90s. That was a very cool game. Bill Frog, how are you? He says, evening. Did you ever recall what was to go next to the purple building? No, I do not remember, and that's why I'm ripping that base up right now. I'm doing something different with this plate, and then I'm going to start another base plate, is what I've decided for the purple building. And depending on how this turns out, what I'm thinking is of possibly putting the purple building either, I guess it'd be to the right or the left, but depending on how this looks, depending on how the purple building will kind of assimilate color-wise, I may place it right here with another type of building out in front of it. Because whatever I do on this plate, I'm going to have some more buildings on another plate that go right next to it on the very back wall. So I want to have some kind of tall buildings, so to speak. And Rain, you know what? I'm just going to go doo-doo. Rain says, drink some water or tea. Yeah, that's exactly what I need to do. I got bad allergies this time of year. And Paul Bot, there is my man. Personally, I love Dungeons & Dragons. I have not played it in years. But now when I'm saying Dungeons & Dragons, the old school dice roll and all that kind of thing. Let me grab a few windows real quickly. But I absolutely loved Dungeons & Dragons. My character, my main character that I used to play with all the time anyway was a thief. I loved being a little thief. And he was a dwarf. And Eccentric Bricks, how are you, buddy? Had a long time no see. I haven't seen you in a few. Falcon says last time he played OG Doom was when Windows 3.1, like I said, it was a long time ago. And now that I'm looking, I don't know that I have enough windows to do what I wanted to do here, so I still might keep the white theme, but let's figure out what we want to do with the base here before I get too carried away. This is going to be the entrance of the base. I want to see if I kind of have a vague idea of what, let's see, no, and no. I thought I had some light gray 1x4x3s, and I do not see them. So what I think I'm going to do is, let me see if I have those. I might have enough. If not, I know where there's some more at. I think I'm going to use these down here instead, over here. I want to keep this look of the building still to a point. So let me grab some white brick. So we're going to need that too. Grab a couple containers of it. Thoughts on Minecraft? I was never really one to play Minecraft. Rain Zabani, I hope I said your last name correctly, said, how is it I've been following you for only a year and I am only just now realizing you have a website? I really don't talk about it a lot, and I guess I should start talking about it and trying to promote it more often. But you are absolutely correct. I do have a website, and a lot of times I even forget to post it when I log in, like I just did. Today I did my old routine where I posted it originally when I started, but since you bring up the website, I figure I will bring it up myself as well and talk about it real quickly. And with that, I just want to remind people that yes, I do have a website, and on that website I sell instructions, accessories. I actually sell complete sets with bricks and pieces. I also sell, actually this might not be what I want to do. So 1, 2, 3. I also sell like gun accessories and things like that, and I even have listings for some of the projects and such that I've done. And now that I'm thinking about it, that actually will come inward. But if you've never seen my website, I do highly recommend that you check it out. And I actually have, if I'm not mistaken, some of my instructions are even on sale there right now. I think some of them are as much as 20 or 30% off. And I keep forgetting to mention that. So thank you for bringing that up, that you never knew I had a website, because it brought me into the fact of that I needed to tell people about it. And John Garrett says, I got the new fire truck at the station and I have been very busy with it. That is awesome. Now, when you say you got a fire station, for those that don't know, John Garrett is a fireman. And I'm trying to skim through comments because you guys are saying a lot and I'm trying not to miss everything. Cyrus was saying, nice, I love it too. I love being a giant and a, talking about my characters. He was a giant and a paladin. Paladin was a very good character as well. Trying to skip through the comments where people are talking to each other. And thank you so much for saying that. Eccentric Bricks was telling everybody, make sure you mash that like button because it does help me get more views by helping to push the channel around for other people to see. When you say the Battlefield games, John, because he said he loves the Battlefield games on Xbox, are you talking about the Star Wars battle? Or actually, I guess that was Battlefront, so no, you're probably talking about something totally different. But that was another game I used to love, and I mean I absolutely loved it, was the Star Wars Battlefront. That was a freaking sweet arcade game. I liked that a lot. And there we go. Trying to find, because this being the first floor, I'm not going to have the little walkway. So I have to plan things just a little bit differently. Riley is asking what I'm building, and I'm working on the first floor for the skyscraper that I just built a couple days ago. And greetings to Germany as well, Bazer. And thank you so much for hanging out and coming to the channel today. HCAC23 says, don't you miss Toys R Us? By far the best retail store of the bunch. And personally, don't get me wrong, I liked, let me get that out of my way. I loved, and I mean loved, and pardon me, again, allergies, and I apologize, guys. But anyway, what I was going to say with Toys R Us, I always loved Toys R Us. The problem I had with Toys R Us is I really didn't buy a lot there, and this is why I say that. With Toys R Us, they always marked all their Lego sets like 20 to 30% higher than any other store, so I really didn't shop there a whole lot. I did like to go there quite frequently, but it wasn't for Lego. It was because they had such a unique variety of different toys and things. Because there was all types of collectibles and things that, and where are my trans blue windows? They're there. They had, I would always find different unique toys that you wouldn't see anywhere else. And that is what I loved about Toys R Us, was all the unique toys that you would find there. Because now it's, I mean, when it comes to stores, so I do miss it, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to stores and stuff and shopping for different types of stores and whatever, or toys and things, there's like no surprise, there's no wow factor when you go into a store now. You always basically know what to expect because all stores basically stock the exact same things. So that's the part that I personally miss about Toys R Us. And thank you, Falcon. And yes, Aaron, skyscrapers do add a great deal of depth to a city. John Garrett was saying Bad Company 1942, played Battlefront a few times. Now, when you say 1942, I used to love that game. You're talking about the trying to remember, God, because that was a serious arcade game. And by the way, DJ says I miss Star Wars Galaxies. That was a fun MMO. Yes, it was a very fun MMO. I don't know how many people actually played that. I had that. The problem with, because what DJ was referring to as far as Star Wars Galaxies was, for those that did not know, it was a totally open world. You could actually own spaceships, and because I had a multitude of characters, you could mine stuff. It was kind of like, for those that remember, and again, I'm kind of showing my age by talking about this, my very first online multiplayer online world game was, I'm having a brain cramp, Ultima Online. I loved that game. I loved that game. And that is what got me hooked on video games for quite a few years. Unfortunately, I could never find the same excitement with any game that I did with Ultima Online. But Star Wars Galaxies, just because it was Star Wars in and of itself, that was a freaking awesome, amazingly awesome game. And I loved it. But like I said, I didn't know that it was really as popular as it was, because to me what actually ruined that game was, first of all, everybody wanted to be a Jedi. When the game first started, it was a very random hit and miss type of thing for people. They didn't have a multitude of different, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess basically boiling it down to, because it was so hard to become a Jedi Knight in that particular game, or even a Padawan, I guess is what it started out as. But because it was so hard to become a Padawan in that game, everybody was always grinding. And when I say grinding, it's everybody was just, because to be able to find the holocron, to be able to become a Padawan or a Sith, whichever you chose to be, you had to grind and get so many skill levels, and then you could find a holocron. To me, what ruined that game is they made it to where anybody could become a Jedi, and anybody could find the holocrons. And once that happened, that's when all of a sudden you noticed everybody became Jedis, then everybody got bored with it, and then everybody went away. So that was kind of the fall of Star Wars Galaxies, was because they made it to where anybody could be a Jedi. They took the fun out of the game, to be quite honest. Yes, they did. Heartcake 23, they always got stuff way ahead of everybody else. So that was another really good thing about it. And that's probably part of the reason why you had to pay a premium from them to get stuff out of that. Yes, Falcon, you are absolutely correct. Like I said, Toys R Us was always more And that's why I said I didn't shop there for a lot of Lego, but I did shop there because I just like to walk through there to see the toys, because the toy selection that they had was just out of this world. There's never been another amazing toy store than Toys R Us as far as being able to see just amazing, 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 amazing amounts of variety in the amount of toys that you would see for sale. And I think I'm going to block, I'm just kind of trying to think out loud, I'm going to block in the back walls because this is going to be kind of like an alleyway area. I think I'm going to block that wall in. I have to keep these here because I want to match up, just to show you guys what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I have to build the base so that these tower lines are going to align, and then I want to fill in these little gaps. And I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to make this the main entrance and keep this pattern the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a double door here, and then we're just going to put a small white wall here, and then we're going to block this in, I think, with gray. Red Dead Redemption was an awesome game too, absolutely, John Garrett. DJ said, yeah, that part sucked and I missed something. And take care, Rain, and hopefully we'll see you again soon, my friend. Oh, not the arcade game. Okay, you said the first-person shooter type game. I don't think I ever played that, John Garrett. And hello, Kyle Knapp. Apple Palm, how you doing, my friend? PNC or PC Noob, hey, hey. Kenneth Swan, hello, hello. Trying to decide if, you know what, I have another, let me see something. Because I just ordered, I don't think they're in blue though, and they're not. I have a bunch of 1x3x3 window frames, and I thought I had some in a blue frame, so I could do something a little different on the first floor. And no, it seems that I only have tans and purples in that particular color, so I'm not going to do that either. And bear with me for a minute while I'm kind of looking through my parts and dumping stuff. Ooh, no, that wouldn't go with the building. It's too dark. Let's look at. I am trying to. You know what I can do? Now that might look cool. So I think I have. If I can get this container, I think I have, I think I can, I do. You know what, I think that would look neat. Let's just do a glass block wall here. So we will do this. Because then it's not just something ugly and hideous. We're giving it a little flavor. And I still have to replace one of these, or actually I think I'm going to replace both of these with doors. Never played Red Dead Redemption? Dude, you're missing out. It was an awesome game. And then you could even play online after, well, you could play online before you finished the game, but when you played the game, you could play online and then shoot other people. I'm trying to remember. And thank you so much, PC Noob. He says, remember to hit that like button, guys. I think you could play with up to 20 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's been so long since I played it, I don't remember. It seemed like you could play with up to 20 people, though, but I might be wrong. Let me set this down. Let me grab my blue block. And John Garrett was saying, so what do you get when 10 firefighters all have a Nerf Mega Dart gun at the station? A great time. You guys are probably chasing each other and shooting the crap out of each other. Paul R. says this will look great in your city, a different building layout. And thank you so much, Paul R. And free roam, yes, I agree. Free roam did rock in that game, my friend. That made that game extremely interesting. I might have to boot that up and play it at some point, because I haven't played that literally in what feels like forever. But because that is a really, really good game. 1, 2, trying to keep my pieces there. And I need to keep that wall. Oh, so I did remember that correctly. It was 20 people. Okay, so I said it's been so long, I wasn't sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to end up making this particular floor a little taller. Just bear with me because I'm trying to get my layout set up and down. Make sure I have the pillars matching. But the next thing I want to do, or what I was gonna do, is because this is the entrance, I always like to make my first floors a little bigger than the rest of the building. I always think it looks a little better that way. So we're gonna take and run that up. And I think we're even gonna run up that part. I think we can. So let's do that. Put that there, and then we're going to put 2 more here. Paul R said nothing beats the original Doom and Wolfenstein. And thank you so much for that reminder, Paul Bot. I do appreciate it, because that is the reason that he's bringing that up. Is I was getting a lot of complaints there for a while, and it was part of the reason why I kind of stopped streaming there for a bit, because people were complaining so much about fuzziness sometimes on my streams. And it's not something I have any control over, unfortunately, because I'm on a satellite link, and it is the best internet I can get in the area that I live in. So if the internet gets a little funky, unfortunately, I have no control over it. And that window is a little beat up, so let's put a better window in. I'm almost feeling, do I want to, let's see. Really, I guess, let's keep it simple, stupid. That's what I always say. PCN Noob said maybe add like awning on top of the doors. I forget the exact, no, an awning would be a good way to put it, and that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all, my friend. I actually think I like that. Let's see. That would give me 1 more layer of brick, and then I could do a layer of white. Let's play around with something for a minute here. I do. I like that idea. Let's see if we take... I have no plan at all. I'm just a man on a mission, my man. Just a man on a mission. I want to get this done and then get back to the purple building. And I loved the idea of the awning, so we are going to try and incorporate that right now. I need 1 more, and I need my tiles next. That is something I would love to add, Lego Joe, is a fountain. That's why I wanted to get this area of the build a little bigger. Because I want it to be a nice, big, attractive, welcoming entrance. And did I screwed up somehow, didn't I? I did. I went 1 too far. There it is. That's where the mess up was. And we're going to do the awning overhang, whichever you prefer to call it, in blue. I think that's going to look good. So we can do that on the entrance now. Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to run a row of white. But I need to figure out what I want to do for fill back in here. You know what? I think I'm going to build a glass block wall over here first. Hold on. Let's get... So let's do that. And we will... Let's see. DJ says you could have a circular drive with a fountain or I don't want to do a circular drive, but a fountain would be cool. I'm thinking, I don't know how many people have seen all of my videos. But for example, because I did a small fountain and then I have the one large tree in my shopping plaza area, I'm thinking something along that lines with some park benches and stuff in here. Maybe even a little grass area, like a little park type setting. And the Thanos Casino for the purple building. That would be cool. I was even thinking about calling it Lex Luthor's building. Or something along that line. And I think I'm caught up on comments. Need 2 more of those. Actually, it'll be, I need to do the tiles. I am just double checking that it's not the boss, and that was not the boss. I think I want to put, let's see. Let's see how that will work out, because if I'm going to do this height, we did 1, skip 2, 1, skip 2. That works out perfect, doesn't it? That keeps everything right in style. So we can do that on the front and the rear. And we need our gray tiles. So we can finish that off. Or the Princess Palace, Jeff Escobar says. DJ says, if the purple building is a casino, add a big awning over the entrance and light it up. Yes, if it was going to be a casino, you're absolutely right. It definitely needs lit up. Kind of, well, a good example of what you're explaining, because you're right, a casino should be loud, it should be bright, should be lights flashing and all kinds of stuff anywhere. But what I was going to say as a good example of that particular appearance, like what you're describing, would be like what I just did the other night with the Palace Cinema. That would be a really good look for a casino entrance, having those lights all dancing around everywhere and under the canopies. But you're right, that would look absolutely fantastic, my friend. CJ says, hi Daryl, I sent you an email on your McDonald's mock instructions I bought from you. Something went wrong. I will have to check that out. When you say something went wrong, do you mean something went wrong with the purchase, or? Or do you mean that something went wrong with the instruction build? Because if it didn't go through, because I did. But anyway, I will check that after the live stream, my friend. I'm just kind of thinking outside the box for a minute. I need to figure out, I almost, you know what? I think that might actually look kind of interesting. Instead of having a blocked alleyway, do you think that having a glass alleyway would look better? But I think you know what, because you don't really see glass windows in an alleyway. That's where I'm kind of, and this is, I'm considering alleyway space. What I think I'm going to do is put a window frame here and here. And then put the blue windows on top. Yep, no problem. Like I said, I will definitely look at the email after the live stream, my friend. And LJ says, Taj Mahal Vegas Casino looks alike entrance in your purple would look awesome on the other building. I'll have to look at images of the Taj Mahal Casino now. Now that you're saying that. And I want some of this before I go much further. I still want the blue effect. Let's flip that around. Let's start with our white line. So I want to kind of interlock some of this. Now I'm trying to think, I'm thinking I'm just going to do gray walls in there. So let me get I think it makes it worse when you try to hold it back. Excuse me though. I am working on the first floor on the tower's entrance. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. And I almost don't think I like that. It doesn't look right. The side I'm happy with, the front I'm happy with. I'm not happy with that. 3 and 3. Let's just get these locked in real quick. Then I can put the tiles on them. B3. What I think, and thank you, Brick Sergeant. What I think and what I'm doing is two different things. You know what, now that I'm thinking though, that might break that wall up. Let me look at that. Because with it being the alleyway, you can have the smaller windows up top. So that might help sync it together. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 2 more windows. Maybe, possibly. And we do, I think it's, so we have the stripe. That was originally the balcony. Bear with me, guys, while I'm in my own head. Let's see, I need 1, 2, 3, 4 there. I need 2 here. I need 2 here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. I almost think I might put a door back here, so that way there's an access door to the alleyway. That's the idea I think I like. Let's grab one more door frame. Yes, I do, and I was thinking about adding those as well. PC Noob was asking if I have the, I was making sure my head wasn't in the way. Was asking if I had, yeah, we're gonna make that the alleyway entrance. Was asking if I have the masonry bricks. And yes, I do think I will use those in these walls here. Once I get happy with the layout I'm going to do here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. So I think what I'm going to do is on this corner, build 2, 3, just to have a little glass on the alleyway. Not a lot. Just because I think it'll add a little flashiness to it, even though it is an alleyway. And then we're going to come back and fill these two spots and this spot with gray brick. Yeah, that probably didn't help me at all. You're right there, R. Claxton, talking about how anytime I it messes me up. And Brick Nate, hey, how are you? Yes, basically a shipping, you know what, that would even be nice there. Unfortunately, it's going to be a while before I get anything, but I think this would be a good shipping and receiving dock. I like that idea for that. So that would be another good thing, but I have to wait for some parts to arrive. So for now I'm going to build it this way, but this is the perfect sized opening for a shipping and receiving dock. So I think that's what that's going to become in the future. This opening here. I really, really, really like that idea. Kenneth Swan was saying frosted blue brick like glass block would look cool if Lego made that piece. The closest they make to a piece kind of like that, because they do kind of, sort of make a piece like that, but it's kind of frosted, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is it's, what's the word I'm looking for? It's glittered. So it's a frosted piece, but it has like a metal flake, I guess might be a better way to put it, built into it. So it's really sparkly, which to me wouldn't look right. If you got rid of the sparkles, it would look cool. But with the sparkleness in it, to me, it wouldn't look right. And I'm sure if I dug through my bin over here, I could show you what I'm talking about. Let's get some of those, and I do not want green. And let's go. You are absolutely right, John Garrett. I do need to do something for the fire department. You are correct, my friend. If I did that, we don't want to put that there. We'll put this guy here, and we'll do one there. And where's the bag of 2x? And we'll do some more 1x. We'll put that piece in the middle. We'll do 2 more. So that helps add a little character, like PC Noob said. So that does help a lot. Was everybody's week at least partially enjoyable? I know my work week, to me personally, sucked. All the weather changes did not agree with me. They have got my allergies, and I don't know why. You'd think with it being cold, it wouldn't bother me so much, but it has my allergies in high gear. And then because we have a big ceremony going on coming Monday, we spent all week doing all this silliness around the airport at my job. PC Noob says this building looks sick. Can't wait to see it completed. And thank you, PC Noob. And you know what? I built those Or you know what? No, let's go ahead and do that one all the way up like that. I don't think it looks bad that way. And then we're going to do this wall here. So let's fill that in. This is going to be a solid door. And because we did the canopy on the front, we're going to do a canopy over the rear door too. So let's go ahead and put that in real quick. And then we will add another row of brick. No, we won't. We're going to make that white brick. We are going to put the canopy there. Let me get... Rob says it's been a mad week for him. Yeah, you have had a bad year, Paul. I can vouch for you on that. All the problems with your car, and some of them not even... You know what, guys? I'm sorry. I didn't realize you can't really see what I was doing there. Some of them not even your fault. It was... Cause I have never in my life ever heard anybody... You've had some bad luck. And to top the cake off, it was when they fixed your car and they took it for a test drive and they wrecked it. It was like, holy crap, dude. Could you get any worse luck than that? So it's like, how does how does the repair shop take your car for a drive and wreck it? And I know they fixed it, but geez, oh Pete, man, it's like, what the heck? If that's not bad luck, if you didn't have bad luck, you wouldn't be having any luck at all, is what I guess I'm trying to say. Put that there, put this here, and let's start off with that. Go with him, go with that. Oop, wait, nope, gotta stop. I screwed up. No, I didn't, because that's where that's got, okay, that's a different piece. Never mind, I'm okay. Nope, I'm okay. But I'm gonna fill this wall now with some gray. So let's go 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. Put a little piece over there. Do this dude here. That. Rob says it's been a May. I already read that. PC Noob says my week was long and boring per usual. PC Noob says maybe make the front wall curved. I might try and do something a little bit different, but the problem is I'm very limited on the color options I have due to this particular color, and I'm trying to keep it kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Matchy, I guess. We'll call it matchy. I'm trying to keep it matchy. And we'll do a 1. Let's do that and then put no, let's do it that way. And then we will, do I got enough for, you know what? I went one too high, didn't I? Yep. Let's take the bottom row off. Let's put our windows up top here. So we're gonna put windows on this particular area as well. So we wanna see lots of glass. I think it makes it pop a little more when you have a lot of glass like that showing. Just my personal opinion anyway. And we'll put a 1x3. And now that I've done that, we'll put some 1x2s. And then let me get that for the locking pins. And now let me run some tiles. Now let's run some tiles over that and get the top of the building on. Let me get some of this put away, because if I don't put this away, I'm going to end up knocking a bunch of this over. So let's scoop that out of the way. DJ says, wow, that is bad, Paul, but I hope your year gets better. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't lying. I can vouch for him. He's had a rough year. And it is. It's definitely been an all Monday year for Paul Bot. And need my 6s, a couple 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come here, come hither. Come hither. John Victoria says, I see you're still reaching for the stars, and absolutely, buddy, I am always trying to. And good to see you tonight, my friend. We did this totally different. So let's do this. That is an old piece. That's bad. That needs cleaned. So does that one. That'll lock that together. And then what I'm going to do, let's see, I need a 2x. What's up, Mr. Gold Media? Take care, Paul R. Do I want it to go? You know what? Let's just do that way. That'll work out better. So then I can put a 1x8 there. Let me get some nicer ones. So 1x6. Do-do-do-do. There we go. Now we can pop our attachment plates on. Let's get this back out of the way. And for the attachment plates, I was using red. So we will go there and there. And then I need some plates. And 2 tiles. I should have those right here. Then I also need, while I'm over here, I need the blue tiles for the top, which is that. So we want that to be clean and gone and locked through. I need 2 plates. Thank you, Lego Joe. And see, this will give me my rough idea now for this building, and then I can start working on mocking this up. There. I think we're going to run with that. Let's get some of this stuff put back away real quickly. Get it out of my way. Actually, let's keep it out for a minute, because I might want to try and keep this building white and blue too. But anyway, just so you guys have an idea, let me make sure that's not the boss. And it doesn't look like it is. Let me grab a couple floors just to give you guys a better idea. Actually, I guess I can grab the whole thing. Why not grab the whole thing? Because it won't hurt it. Oh. Let's put the whole tower on it so we can see, get a good idea. And mind you, it needs an interior and all that good stuff. Locking in. There you go. There we go. That, my friends, is going to be a cool looking building once we get it in the city. Just to kind of pull back. So that is one of the towers. Trying to give you guys a full view on it. That's where we're at with that. Keep in mind, this has got to be tiled and there's going to be a lot of stuff added, but this just shows us what we're at for building size. And howdy, Nathan, how are you doing? Lego Joe says this is looking great. Now let's figure out, I don't think I have a lot of the gray windows left. So originally, thank you, Mr. Gold Media. Originally, I was thinking do another building in the same color combination, and we'll call it the towers, you know what I mean? Because this would be the residential towers, so I could have one here and one there. And thank you, Jeff Escobar. And let's see. $3G bricks, personally, I'm gonna tell you right now, normally, when it comes to large buildings, I would normally prefer to make it in sections modularly, just for transportation purposes. So like at this particular building, I always keep everything in the aspect of modular on the first floor because I don't want to have the entire building, you know what I mean, attached when I'm picking up and carrying the Mills plate around, even though you can, but I always like the Mills plate to just have the first floor and that's it. And then like in this particular building, if I wasn't going to be playing around with it, doing electrical with it, and going to play around with doing the interior, what I would probably do is do 4 floors and 4 floors and just make it one big solid thing. But because I want to be able to access it, I have been keeping it modular. And here is the bad, there's good and bad with keeping it modular like I have, because I can pull it apart in any floor, as you can see, just to show you, pull it there. With keeping it modular, it's nice because you can always go back, you can open the floors, you can rearrange things, you can access it for lighting or whatever you want, so it makes life easy for customizing at a later date. If I was going to be building this for like a show or something, I would generally just make it one big building and not even worry about the interior. I'd block out some of the windows and wash my hands of it. And here's the reason I say that. What most people don't realize is when you're doing a building and you're making it modular, it makes the building cost a lot more money. And here's why I say that. If you were just building this as one solid building, you wouldn't have to have on every one of these little individual sections, you wouldn't have to have the points of separation with the rows of tiles and then a row of plates and all that different stuff, and then the connection pins and things of that nature. So, I mean, in an aspect of cost effectiveness, it's always better to not have it modular, but in an aspect of access later, it's better to have it modular. So it all depends on, and thank you so much, Brick Sergeant. He says it looks great. 3G Bricks says it looks incredible. PC Noob says, wow, that looks amazing. Can't wait for the interior. Scott's Block says, wow, Daryl, that is looking amazing so far. How much for a rental? That was something I was going to kind of bring up, suggest, make, is, and I don't want to do it yet until I get everything set up over here, but I was going to try and, because I want to split. This is an apartment, this is an apartment, and I want to play around a little bit, but I was going to let any of my members that want to send an apartment build or something, I'll give more on that here at a later date though. But I was kind of thinking if you guys, my members, wanted to participate and do the interiors, I might do something with that and give each one of you guys a kind of a room in there. And Paul Bass saying, light blue gray window frames, guys. Well, this is I'm almost out because I built this building now. It kind of sucks because I want to go further. Let's play around with the first floor for this. Let's see what we can come up with, and then I'll decide, because I really think it would look better having 2 towers the same color scheme. Crooks says he's putting in an order now. And doodle-doodle-doo. John Garrett says, I see a large hospital or medical complex, just like in the cities, everything in a 1-block area. A hospital would look cool here. I agree with you on that. So yeah, I can definitely see what you're referring to with that. And Art Claxton was saying, do I see Paul Bot way over there in the corner of the mock building? You might. Let's have a bit of foolery. And thank you, Scott's Blocks. Like I said, give me a little bit of time. Let me get the other building going, and then we'll make a decision on that. Because these I want apartments, where I know originally everybody was wanting to be. Let me bring that back up to you so you guys can see kind of closer what I'm doing. Originally, I know a lot of people wanted to do apartments or be able to participate in the inside of the it was my grand hotel. I'm trying to make it so you can see me. I'm kind of hiding behind a building here. But because I made it a hotel and because Brick Loot sponsored that particular building and I used their sets is why I didn't do it with that. But I think it would be neat to let my members participate by being able to build something to put in here. And thank you, Eccentric Bricks. I appreciate that. Paul Bot says he gets the top floor. John Voltura says 2 towers for sure. And I agree. I'm just going to have to order more parts. Sorry about that, guys. I meant to hit the mute. I need... There they are. I want to get the full feel and appearance. I almost feel like it would be better to have 2x2 windows up there instead, too. So I might need some 2x2s in light blue gray. That might make... I feel like these right here, I don't know if you guys can see them that well or not, but I feel like this would look better with 2x2 light blue gray window frames. Just my personal feeling on it. DJ says bidding now open for the penthouse. Well, that would be an interesting way to do it, but I'm not going to do that for members. Members are already paying. And thank you, Jeff Escobar. This is street side, just so you guys know where I'm at with my thought process. So I want windows here and here is where I'm thinking. So let's do, how do I want to do that? Let's go, so I want the architecture similar. Let's play around. I'm going to spin this building to kind of get a better look. Again, this is roadway, this is courtyard, so this is going to be alleyway space. I'm thinking this guy, let's see. Let's get, I want the front entrance. This is going to go up here somewhere. I'm just going to kind of stick it there for a minute. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we do that on the front corner, that matches this. I'm going to want a window here. Again, trying to kind of keep similarities. That means I would want a blue row. Thank you, Lego Joey says, I love that building. Robbie says, Robbie Brawl Stars, hello, hello. Paul Bot agrees with the idea of what I was saying about, I think, a light blue gray 1x2x2 window frame would look better there. So it would match the colors better because having I'm not feeling that is what it boils down to. Not feeling it at all, to be perfectly honest. But I'm trying to get an idea so I can make a part alert order. And if I do that there, I can make, let me get my doors so I know that this is an entry door here. So let's see, that would be which I already have doors ordered. They are on the way from Lego. I just know it's going to be a while before I see them, but that's my last blue door too, but I already ordered them. Sorry, Mr. Gold says, do you know if the highest conditions can damage Lego pieces? Thinking about moving my collection to the garage, but I live in Southwest California. There's no air conditioning in the garage. Okay, heat is what you're talking about. Can heat damage your Lego collection? Absolutely, my friend. There's a couple. Lego is not tolerant to heat at all. Lego is also not tolerant to UV sunlight. So to answer your question, absolutely, my friend, it can damage it. If you don't have air conditioning, it would have to be extreme heat. So It's less likely to get damaged in a garage. Now, where I would be concerned is if you were trying to put it in an attic space, that is where you would probably see massive damage. So, are you safe? I would say in a garage space because you can open it, you're going to ventilate it and things like that. I would say you're probably going to be safe for the most part. Just my feeling on it anyway. And you know what? Let's put the 3 out there. So I would say you're definitely safe, but I don't want to say 100% safe because, I mean, Lego is plastic and it can melt. But here's kind of the way to look at it. You have your car, and if you were to park your car in your garage, the bumpers or anything melt, so I would say you'd be safe, if that makes sense. And like DC Builds was just saying, the sun will damage it, but the heat in a garage, I guess, the biggest thing is with the heat in the garage, I really don't think I'd be too worried about it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, perfect. But it's one of those tough calls. I don't think you'd be hurt in a garage though. I don't recommend putting it, and that is yellowed. I gotta wash that one. I don't recommend putting it in the attic though. I have seen cases where people have, I don't want those pieces. I already have those. I have seen instances where people have put Lego in the attic and it literally melted, like in areas like California and such, and it's because the attic spaces get unbelievably hot. The garage, I'd say you're pretty good with. And was somebody asking about instructions or something, I take it, Paulbot? But Paulbot is absolutely correct, because he was responding to somebody saying that I do not use Studio or anything. I'm assuming somebody was asking as far as how do I design things, and no, everything is always out of my head and just kind of thought, feel, as I just kind of build as I go, if that makes sense. And I build what I like, and if I don't like something, I rip it apart and start over until I find something that I do like. But Paul is absolutely right. I find it very frustrating. I've been slowly trying to train myself to do it, and I'm getting to where I can tolerate it for longer periods of time, but I will say it's because my son has been helping teach me stuff here and there, because my son actually does a lot of my instructions for me. Let's see, 1, 2... 3, 1, 2, 3. So no, I would want that, then that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not going to work out. My measurements are off. That's up. So that would have to... Oh, I know why they're off. I need the blue line. Bill Frog says I can't use Studio, rotten computers. Talking to me, says that is a very interesting pure shade in the bin on the floor. Pure shade. Are you talking about these? So I got, this is for the purple building, and so are these. Obviously. At least I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. So I have all those pieces kind of stationed or staged there, if you will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. John Garrett says makes perfect sense. So that'll be 4 and 4. And that'll be there. Then I can do the glass corner. I can do a glass corner here. I think that's what we're going to do. I liken it. Think. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that will work. That's what we're going with. So what this particular skyrise will be is each floor by itself will be an apartment where this particular building, they'll be split in half, and each half will be an apartment, is how we're going to end up designing this particular build. Hey, Steve, how are you, my friend? It's always nice to talk with the women in our lives. The Twin Towers of Angelville. I like that, Brick Sergeant. 3G Brick says, how do you like Lego's new pickup brick system? So far, honestly, I love it because now there's a lot more parts that you can purchase, and now you can buy those parts in quantities of 999, whereas before you were very limited on the number of parts you could purchase at the 999 limit. Anytime you ordered from Bricks and Pieces, and actually I need more of the 3x3s, but anytime you ordered from Bricks and Pieces, you were always limited to 200 pieces. Yes, I want the exact same number of floors, DJ. And thank you so much, Steve. I appreciate that. He says the building's looking awesome. So that's going to go there, and then I need 2 more of these, and 2 more of those. So far, I need to order more 1x4x6 light blue gray window frames, and I got to order some 1x2x2 light blue window frames. I shouldn't need this anymore for that. I also believe I'm going to have to order some 8x16 white plates and some more 16x16 white plates, because that's what this should be here, just to kind of get a measurement. So that should be, and then I should have 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yes. So I'm going to have to order some plates for the floors, because I want, like I said, I want this to totally match. We're going to do gray. Actually, we're going to do glass here first. So let's build that glass wall. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that will be like this. Let's get this guy roughed up. Yes, yes, I like it. And that can come there. We'll finish getting this guy. Get it all the way up. Boy, I just got a tickle in my throat now and I can't get rid of it. Dang it. Single bedroom, well, it'll probably just be 1-bedroom units for all of them, because there's really not, the way that I designed the buildings, because I got the 2 balconies on this one, I'm only going to have the 1 balcony on this building. Is that going to work out? Yes. So that'll go there. And then these got to be, I mean, I guess I could, well, to me, for that to be 2 bedrooms, I'd have to get rid of a balcony. DC says, I hate the new system. It doesn't have the parts I need, like the half-size road plates. Also, the pieces are more expensive. The problem is with that, yes, there was an increase in prices. I'll be the first to agree with you on that. That does suck. But here's the nice thing about it. Because before, I'll use this piece as an example. This isn't a very popular part. In Lego, if you wanted to buy this on Lego's site, before this particular part, because of the color, they would sell it at like 15 cents a piece, where a typical 1x2 brick, say white, would be 10. And now the prices, and this is why I personally like it better, the prices are standardized. So I still feel like it's a better system. There was a price increase, which I fully expected that already anyway. I wasn't surprised by the price increase at all. I mean, with the inflation that we've had over the last 2 years, you're going to have an increase in price. So that was to be expected. But the thing that I guess I'm trying to get at is what I've noticed already from shopping parts out on Bricklink, that, and this was always one of the concerns that I had going back a couple years ago when Lego first purchased Bricklink. But what I was going to say is I've noticed that a lot of stuff that Lego has, even though I know you said it, it's gone up, and it has. So I don't want to discredit a particular comment. But I'm finding it the deals are better on Lego Pick-a-Brick as opposed to Brick Link now. Where before it was usually the other way around. Now I'm finding it's better on Lego because you don't have to pay the shipping fees and all that as well. It makes it even better. Plus, you're getting VIP points for your purchases also. So that's an even bigger reason to be happy about it. But again, me personally, and I know I am not the average consumer. Let me say that because I'm probably a bad person to use as an example. Because there's a lot of times that when you're on Bricklink, you're going to find a part that is extremely cheap. If you're one of those types of people that's only needing 5, 10, 15 of them. But typically, like for someone like me, and just as a reminder, I'm building a very tall building. Generally, when I'm making purchases, I'm not looking at purchases of 5, 10, 15 parts. I'm usually making purchases of a minimum of 100 up to 1,000. And to try and find a good price at those quantities on Bricklink are pretty much impossible, especially now that it seems like Lego has standardized a lot of their prices and kind of brought them down. And again, that's just my feeling on it. But it's because of the quantities I buy. Because it would cost me, if I was to try and go to Bricklink, and I'll use this as an example, I just ordered, it was 600 of the purple 2x2 round bricks. Now, I got those cheaper on Bricklink, so I guess this is a bad example. I got those cheaper on Bricklink because it's not a popular color. But let me use the example, here we go. 16 by 16 plates. I want to order 20 of them. If you go on Bricklink and try to find this plate in the quantity of 20, you're going to find that it is by far way cheaper to go buy it on Pick-a-Brick on Lego's website as opposed to Bricklink. Because on Pick-a-Brick, most of the people that have it in the quantities of 20 or more are going to be asking like $3.50 a piece or something like that for it. And if I'm not mistaken, on Lego's website, this is $2.83 a piece. Now, if you're only looking for 1 or 2 of these, you're in luck because you can go on Bricklink and you'll find these as cheap as like $1.50 on Bricklink. But it's because you're paying a lower quantity. But here's where here's the stitch. You have to pay shipping on that purchase on Bricklink. You don't have to pay for shipping on that purchase on Lego Shop at Home. So it's, I don't care how you look at it, it's still going to be cheaper to order this on Lego Shop at Home in a lot of situations. There are times it might not be, but typically your lowest shipping fee is going to be $4.55 or $4.95, excuse me. And it's pretty rare to find that particular price range. You're generally going to be finding it at a lot higher price range than that. So again, I personally like the new system. I am really impressed with it, and I'm impressed with how quickly they ship. They've really improved their shipping times on parts that are considered their best seller. If it's not a bestseller part, their shipping times suck. So there's that. But again, you know, it's like a lot of things. It's all a matter of opinion and a matter of the quantities you're looking to purchase from too. And I know I'm rambling a bit, so I apologize for that, guys. Trying to catch up on a few more comments. Brick Sergeant was saying the first building is for the single people, and the second one is for the families. That's a good idea. I kind of like that idea. Mr. Gold says, I could never do this type of work, Daryl. My city has some custom buildings, but mostly modulars. My modulars are cool, but this is incredible. And I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much. That is a very, very kind compliment. Talus Moonbreaker, how are you doing, my friend? And he is talking to Mr. Gold. Paul Bott says, we have 81 people watching and only 54 likes. Come on, guys. And I appreciate that, Paul Bott. What was I doing? I lost my train of thought. Oh, this needs to be built all the way up, so that's one thing I had to do. So let me do that. And then I was going to put windows. Where are they? There's that. I'm going to have to buy windows. We're going to worry about that later. We'll just put the other windows in it for now. And now let's do another one of these walls to get that feeling going. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. And like Paul Bot just said as well, though, plus you get VIP points. And how do you go wrong with that? But the funny thing is I ordered, and here again, that's just something else I want to point out. I can even go grab the box. I made 2 orders. I ordered 1 order on Saturday and 1 order on Sunday from Lego Shop at Home, the new system they have. And with me ordering those, some of the parts were the standard pieces, and then some of the parts were the best sellers. Well, the parts that were in the what am I doing? Oh, that's what I'm doing. Some of the parts that were in the best sellers list, or I should say all the parts that were in the best sellers list, the order I ordered on Sunday, or I'm sorry, the order I made on Saturday arrived on Wednesday. The order I made on Sunday arrived yesterday, Thursday. And I did you know what, I'm going to grab it just to show you guys. I did a Lego haul video. I believe it was either yesterday or the day before. And where's the box? Is this it? That's not the box. Did I bring it out here? It might be in the house still. But I did a Lego haul video, and I showed the small package, or actually I guess I didn't show it in that video, but I think I talked about it. But the first order I made, the only pieces that were in that was 1x1 Browns that were of the best sellers, and that's what this was. But I got that. That was my Saturday order. I'm still waiting for the rest of the order. And then here, just to show you, these again, this was my Sunday order. And just like I wanted to show you guys, because it was cheaper, I bought 10 of these. These are the 16x16s. And I ordered this on Sunday from Lego. These are all directly from Lego. Just showing you guys. This is all orders from Lego. But this was ordered on Sunday. It's Friday. I picked these, or I got these in the mail on, excuse me, I got those in the mail on Thursday. So to me, their shipping times and everything have drastically increased. And as long as you spend, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, as long as you're ordering a minimum of, it's like $7.99 in parts, it ships free and you don't get charged the fee. Because there's a fee that they're charging for doing stuff like that, but as long as you're ordering, I thought it was $7.99, you don't get charged the fee and it's still free shipping. And yes, Talus Moonbreaker, like I said, and I plan on making a video on it. That's part of the reason why I did the orders the way I did. But I'm still waiting for all of my best or standard pieces to arrive. Because my point in part of my ordering was to make a video to see how quickly everything arrives, and then I can make a video to kind of tell people so they know what to expect. And so far, as far as the best-selling pieces, I am blown away and extremely impressed. But the standard pieces, they do already tell you to expect shipping times in the neighborhood of, I thought it was like 5 to 10 weeks. I like that idea, Brick Sergeant. A coin laundry for the towers. That, yes, I like that. My original apartment complex that I built, and I don't know if anybody even remembers it. I should probably do a video just to kind of update on it. But it was my red and tan building, and it also has gray and dark red. But it was a rather large building, though, in and of itself. But that one, on every single floor, I have a laundromat. Oh, is it 30? I might be wrong. That maybe it's just the fee that I'm thinking of. So you might be right. It might be $35 for the free shipping. But correct me if I'm wrong on this, though. If you have to pay shipping, I thought it was only like $2.25 or something. It's not that big of a fee. In a Waffle House or an IHOP, I need to build some of those. Because I actually had, well, it's funny. For those of you that don't remember, Brick Addict used to be somebody that used to sell instructions and stuff, and I used to talk to him, and I used to actually design stuff and kind of help him to build stuff to sell on his website. And then one of my former members, Paul Roos, took over that website. And the Waffle House that I originally designed is being sold by him now, the instructions. I'm going to redo it, and I'm going to make instructions for it and sell it myself. So I do intend on putting a Waffle House in here. But the funny thing that I was going to say, though, is it kind of cracked me up, is because I used to brag about this guy all the time and say what wonderful things about him. And now I'm going to tell you, I would recommend from anybody not to purchase from him, because here he is now selling all my different mocks that I had showed him and helped him learn on how to build stuff, and he's trying to sell them as his own, which really kind of irked me. So I just want to make a quick note that if anybody wants anything, make sure you contact me. Don't go to Brick Addict. I would boycott the guy. The guy's an idiot. And he's a thief, quite simply, and he's trying to make money off other people's ideas, because he's selling stuff that were ideas of mine and a few other people's as well. But I do intend on, the point I was getting at, making a Waffle House and trying to make instructions available for people. And it's going to be a building similar in size to my Pizza Hut and my Taco Bell and my McDonald's. It'll be something that'll be built on a 16 by 32. But just a little tidbit of information for everybody. Anyway, though, let me go back to building this little piece or section right here, because I want to get that wall filled in. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. So we needed 2. We needed 6, 7, 8. But the Waffle House design, though, I will tell you, it's actually a very simple building to do. I might even do that on a live stream. I think you guys will like to see that particular build. And then what I did when I originally designed the version that I had, I was using, you could buy, they were, I might even have a bag of them. You could buy on Amazon. I'm going to tell you right now, they're off-brand. So some people would probably want to shoot me for saying that, but here they are. But you could buy these on Amazon. And because the Waffle House sign always had the bright yellow lettering, or I should say black lettering on the yellow backing, right here. That's what I was going to show you. You can get these on Amazon. And this is how you do the words for the Waffle House sign, just to show you. So there's your little letters. I'll just have to spell it out, but I will be doing a Waffle House. LJ, there's tons of people that are stealing it, and the thing that really irks me the most out of all of it, because I don't care, I had this discussion earlier with one of my members, I really don't care that people build my stuff. I really don't. I mean, it's very flattering to me to see people like this building, and that's part of the reason why I do stuff live, is to kind of show people on how to build stuff. And to me, it's flattering to see people want to build it and have it in their cities. But it really pisses me off, especially to have a member that stabbed me in the back and is doing what he's doing, selling my stuff. And what pisses me off about it is now you're making money off my ideas that you couldn't even come up with yourself because you're so unskilled. You can't have your own thought. It's like, have a thought. Work off your own back. You know what I mean? But that's just my feeling for it anyway. You know, Brick Sergeant, that's a really good question. What would you like to see? Let me ask it that way. Because I'm trying to remember. I've done my train station. I've done the McDonald's. I did White Castle. Trying to look over the table to see what other ideas I have that I could share with you guys. Have I done Pizza Hut yet? Like I said, what would you like to see, Brick Sergeant? I'll base it off. I'll let you decide. What would you like to see for the building this month? I think that would be more fair. Yes, DJ, I did order the bowling alley. And I have not received it yet. I don't think... I'm trying to remember. I don't think it's supposed to get shipped. I wanted to say it was close to August, like midsummer is what I'm thinking anyway. And absolutely, Paul, but I totally agree, my friend, because I do, you're right. Brixie's one of those people that actually gave me credit. And I have huge respect for Brixie for that. And he doesn't even give, let me make another correction on that too, though. I have to give a big shout out to Brixie because it wasn't the fact that he just gave me a shout out. I've never seen Brixie ever try and steal an idea. Anytime he builds something that somebody else has designed, he always makes sure he gives that individual a shout out. So yes, you are absolutely correct. Me personally, I would have to give Brixie a shout out for not being one of those types of people. So I definitely agree with you on that, Paul Bott. And there's a lot of people that ordered the bowling alley. And okay, Steve just confirmed it with what I was saying too, that does ship in August. And I thought it was like mid to late summer, but I wasn't 100% sure on that. I thought, you never know with Lego. You just never know. Dave Dunnigan says a prison or a movie studio. I have that. Okay, I can do that one, Brick Sergeant. You're talking about where it's the entrance, because it's the instructions for the entrance with the 2 rolling gates, and then I have the guard shack in the middle with the little power antenna on the side. Yeah, I'll make that the next one. I'll try and do, if I don't do it tonight after the live stream, I will try to make sure that I get it set up tomorrow. But I will definitely do the airport security control gate. LJ was agreeing that and because I personally contacted him after he gave me the shout out, and me and him actually had a really nice conversation, and he is Brixie is actually a very, very kind person. So I have to give the guy kudos and give him credit. Papa's Brick says, whenever I buy someone's mock plans, when I do a video on it, I make sure to give the designer the credit. And most people do, because it's like one of the buildings I'm wanting to do. I can tell you right now, it was AFOL TV's design. I modified it, but whenever I finally do build it, I fully intend on telling everybody that I got the idea from AFOL TV, because he's another guy that does really big buildings like I like to do. And I give him huge respect because he's got some really amazing stuff on his page and his designs. And it's like this. It's very big buildings. He loves to build big like I do. And he does a really great job with a lot of them. And he's a really nice guy too, because I've talked to him on several occasions. And he's one of those channels that I've seen has just been exploding. And part of that is because he's for those that don't know, well, I don't know if well, I guess it doesn't hurt. For those that don't know anyway, he is he's got a degree in graphic design. So I think that helps him a lot with his design abilities and whatnot. But he has some really, really great different designs that he's come up with. His airport, after seeing his airport design, it's almost making me want to rip my airport apart, to be perfectly honest, because I love how his looks. But part of the thing with my particular airport design was quite simply this. I designed my airport, for those that are not familiar, because I work at an airport. I'm the electrical supervisor for Detroit Metropolitan Airport. And well, I'm over Detroit Metropolitan and Willow Run airports. But the thing I was going to say is my particular airport is designed after, well, it's after Monday. It's going to be called the Warren Evans Terminal, but currently it's still called the North Terminal at Detroit Metropolitan Airport. And it's not a bad building. To me, it's not a very wow building, though. But that was the reason it's not a wow building is it was designed from where I work. But if I was going to build an airport, his is the one I would want to build. It is fancy. It's sharp. It's modular. It's a really, really nice looking. And Brickle says, yeah, well, TV is very cool, and he is. He's very creative, very imaginative, I guess would be a good way to put it. And yes, you're absolutely right, Paul. He's getting a new house, and he's going to be, the way I understood it is, I could be wrong. The way I understood it, though, is his new location, what he's basically doing is what somebody was asking earlier today, as far as, is it safe to do it in a garage? And that's what he's doing. He's building his new studio in his garage at his new home. Because he also, for those that do not know, he just got engaged. He's going to be getting married. So he's got a ton of stuff going on. But again, he's very genuine, very kind, very cool guy. Lego Show says he's one of his favorite YouTubers. And that's awesome, Lego Joe. LJ says, I honestly think Daryl has set the bar for Lego Cities, and many are keeping close tabs on you. Some are pretty close with detail, but no one has your barn. I do hope it catches on like fire for you. I don't think my channel will ever catch on, and that's just my own opinion, and I've come to the realization it doesn't matter. But this is why I say I don't think my channel will ever catch on. Part of it is I'm older, and most people don't want to listen to an old man talk. Not that I'm old, but that's just kind of my take on it, is that most people don't want to listen to an old man talk. Most people are interested in wanting to see younger people. So you have people like AFOL TV and Brixie, and Emmasaurus is another one that's taken off. And they're all younger people, and that's why they're a lot more popular, in my personal opinion. But another reason that I don't think my channel will ever take off is quite simply this. Most channels that you see that take off, most of their primary focus is, quite simply, and I don't mean this as an insult, but most of their primary focus is building sets. And it's more popular to have a YouTube channel building sets than it is to do mocks. And the reason for that is because, let's face it, the majority of the Lego community is children, as far as the YouTube community anyway. So for me to ever get popular, I would have to start consistently building Lego sets on a regular basis. You can modify them, but you have to build a lot of Lego sets. And I'm just not, don't get me wrong, I buy a lot of Lego sets. It's usually, excuse me, I'm getting a little frog in my throat. I buy a lot of Lego sets, but it's usually because I have plans to modify them, alter them, change them, things of that nature. And I don't ever build them just as sets, where a lot of, if you've ever noticed, the most popular Lego channels, at least in my perspective, the most popular Lego channels are people that are just building sets and building cities using sets and adding in a mock, just a splash of mocking here and there, or they're using the sets and they're dressing them up with various greenery and shrubbery and just simple things, you know what I mean? And I don't mean that as an insult, because to do a lot of the mock building like what I do, I'll tell you right now, it is outrageously expensive. So I don't blame anybody that doesn't want to do a lot of mocks. But again, like I said, it's, to me, the biggest reason is because it's only adults that are after the mocks. So that's why I will never have a popular channel. Brickles says older and wiser, but I'm not wiser, and that's why I come here. And thank you, Brickles. Brick Sargent says, you're younger than me. Yes, only by a few years, though, but just a little younger. Steve was saying AFOL TV already has the keys to the new place. He posted a video. Oh, I didn't see that. The last I had saw, because I don't get a chance, and that's something, and it's, I always try to tell, because people always ask me what channels do I watch, what channels do I follow. I try to watch all kinds of channels, but normally, because I have my own channel that I'm trying to stream and talk to people and all that stuff, I don't get to watch a lot of the other channels like I'd like to. But the last video I had saw on AFOL TV, like I said, he had made the announcement that they were getting a new house. I didn't know that he already had the keys for it, but that is some awesome news. DC Can't Build says, I'm a teen and I love your channel. And thank you, DC. DC Can't Build. I appreciate that, my friend. I would say I still, Steve says I'm wiser. You know, I hate to say it, but I almost thought it said I'm a wiener. I'm sorry. I had to say what I thought I saw, though. Bill Frog says the children. And when I say children, DC can't build, because I do have a lot of different teenagers that I have noticed on my channel. But when I say what makes a channel popular, it's typically like, and I don't know how old you are because you're saying you're a teen, but typically what I've noticed, the channels that are very popular are kind of more geared towards, I'm going to say like the 10 to 15, 14 age category. And the reason that I say they're usually geared more towards that, and some teens, let me say this, and you're obviously probably one of them because you like my channel, some teens are a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for, mature than others, depending on what age you are, because I'll give you a good example of somebody that's been with my channel for quite some time. He's actually busy in school, so we don't see him a lot right now, but it's Alex. He has been with my channel for a very long time, and you know what's funny is he is not, I'm trying to remember, I think Alex might be, he is a very mature young man, a very polite young man, very intelligent young man. So I do get the more mature teens, but like I said, most of them are not quite as mature as others, I guess is the best way I could put it. Kenneth Swan says, that's one thing I like about your channel, is that you do your own thing and not push all the sets. Can you tell some of the other people don't even like the sets they are pushing? And that's part of the reason, because that's another reason why I say my channel will never be successful, because I won't push sets, because I think most of my members, Kenneth Swan, Steve, Paul Bott, Brick Sargent, all the guys that are here, and a lot of people that aren't even here tonight, I bet you, I don't even have to say it, I'm going to say it anyway. Everybody knows my feelings on the newest, like the City line of Lego sets this year. And my feelings is, I'm trying to prolong what I'm saying, because I'm wondering if anybody's going to pop it up before I say it. My feelings are what, guys? What are my feelings? That the new line is absolute garbage. They're all garbage. I think they're garbage. And the reason I say they're garbage is because for the price of the sets that they're asking, and like the apartments, and they're pretty, I mean, I honestly can't say I like anything in the City line. They've really dumbed everything down is the nicest way I can put it. And what I mean by dumbed it down is they're using big parts. There's nothing wrong with using big parts, but there's like almost, they've always been, City sets have always been on the simplistic side, let me say that first. But it's like they've made them even more simplistic than ever, to the point that they're like geared strictly for 4, 5, and 6-year-olds. And that's why I'm personally not impressed with the newer sets. And that's also why I said I won't be popular, because I'm not buying any of them. I have no intention on buying none of them. And hey, Dea, how you doing? Or Day, how you doing, my friend? He says, yo, Bevins Bricks. Brick Tool says he's agreed. Brick Sergeant says crap. Yeah, see, everybody knows they're absolute trash. Now, Robin Hood Bricks, honestly, I know a lot of people like him, and I have watched some of his videos, but and it's nothing against him. It's just he's not somebody that interests me as far as what he's doing, and maybe I just haven't seen the right videos. As far as if I'm going to, yeah, I agree. See, everybody's saying it. Peter W. is putting the throw-up face with the city sets nowadays. So like I said, in most people that are popular, let me go back to that for just a second. Most people that are popular, the Brixies, the Imasauruses, and all those people, they're all just, it's look at this awesome set. Oh, you know, because they're part of the ambassador program. And I can't do that. Because I'm looking at this stuff and it's like, it's a pile. It's trash, as everybody is saying. I can't promote something like that. And I won't join the ambassadors program because I personally feel that they want you to promote their products. And I can't promote something that I absolutely would not buy in any way, shape, or form. And 3G Bricks was saying we need an advanced City line. And here's my thought with that, 3G Bricks. Technically, we already do have an advanced City line. And here's what I mean by that. The modular buildings that come out every year that I think is already how Lego looks at the modular building. Is the advanced Lego city line, and the reality of it is that's probably good that is what they're thinking of is, because I mean the amount of sets. I don't know how long everybody's been into Lego, but over the last couple of years, the amount of sets that they've been releasing every year has been getting to be progressively larger and larger. Because I used to buy a lot more sets than I used to. I'm a lot more picky on the sets that I buy now, and part of the reasoning in that is because I have to be a little bit more selective, because they are dumping so many different sets on the market now. You just can't afford to buy them all. And then, like for me anyway, I can't afford to buy them all and still buy the parts I have for doing all my own custom things, because I'm more of I enjoy doing custom builds more than I enjoy anything else. I agree with you, 3G Bricks, that last year's hospital was a very good hospital as opposed to the one that just came out. That new one is absolute total garbage. Shane Hart says, I watched him from when he first started the city. I'm assuming you're talking about Robin Hood Bricks. That's what I was going to say, though, with him. And like I said, it's nothing against him, because I have watched some of his videos. It's just I don't know, he never caught my interest. To me, the people that generally catch my interest, it's because they're building stuff that's extremely interesting. Like, prime example, we already talked about AFOL TV. He's one of those channels I really love to watch. There's a kid in the UK also that I actually love a lot. I think he's a very talented young man. I shouldn't say kid, young man. But Lion Bricks, I'm almost positive that's it, is Lion Bricks. But I try to watch his channel now and then. He does, I mean, some amazing, amazing stuff. Especially for a young man. He's, again, like I said, he does some very impressive builds. But those are the kind of channels that interest me, as stuff that's out of the ordinary. I don't personally like channels, well, I don't want to say the channels I really don't like, because I don't want anybody to get offended by it, because it's just a personal opinion. It's not that they have bad channels, they're just not interesting to me. And I am right. DCL Videos says Lion Bricks. And yeah, like I said, I mean, again, like I said, I call him a kid, because to me he is, but a young man. But he really does some amazing builds. To me, he's a very impressive builder. And he was a very impressive builder from, I wanted to say he started doing his YouTube videos and stuff when he was around 12 years old. And wow, that's all I can say is wow. He really is an impressive builder. And I've talked to him a few times, and that's when I was talking earlier about the teen audience and stuff like that I get. It's usually people that are a little bit more mature. From when I have talked to him, he's a very polite, well-mannered young man, very mature young man. Day says, modular sets are awesome, because I'm not a fan of the dollhouse kinds. And I'm with you, because anything that I buy, if it is a dollhouse, and there are sets that I buy. As far as the sets that I buy that are dollhouse that I like, usually it's going to be Creator or the Friends sets. And usually if I like them, there's still a lot of modifications I'm going to do to them, because I agree with you. You can't use the dollhouse styles. What was I going to do? I needed to see if I have the 8x16s. But you need to see, I'm trying to keep the building in focus. You need to, I hate when I totally just, like I had a thought and it just like goes, boo, out the window. It sucks. There's no place like Homes. How you doing? Woodles. Yes, that's another good channel. You are absolutely correct. Like I said, that's somebody that impresses me. He's always posting a lot of really interesting stuff on Instagram too, for those that don't know that he has an Instagram. But yes. Woodles isn't definitely, where the heck? Woodles is definitely one of those people to watch. But that's where I was kind of going is you have to do something that's kind of impressive for me to even want to be considering to watch your channel. Am I going to put in the interstate? I'm thinking for now, no, definitely not. I will probably come back and revisit that at some point. I've just been kind of having fun doing, well, basically doing what I'm doing now, and just, I want to get a bunch of buildings in my city. I'm tired of my city always looking so empty. And that's my big thing. I really want to fill in my city. Joe Crab says, I built a fancy strip club in my city. I've actually seen a couple different really nice strip clubs. Strip club mocks, I guess I should say. I'm sure we've all seen nice strip clubs too, but sorry, I shouldn't talk that way. But I have seen some really nice strip club mocks. There was one I saw. It was, I want to say it was on Facebook. I mean, they had it down. They even had lighting in it, and it's been a while since I've seen it, so I don't even know if I could try and find it, but it was a very interesting build, to say the least. Thank you, Day. Says this thing's looking pretty radical, man. Our C and Ralph fan says your city's extremely impressive, and thank you. I appreciate that. Falcon says 80 plus people chatting, lurking, and only 69 likes. And thank you, Falcon. I appreciate that. Kenneth Swan is laughing. I know what he's laughing at, too. He's laughing at my strip club comment. DCLX Videos says, I think a lot of adults still seek salvation for the awkwardness they still feel for buying Lego. A YouTuber spending their entire life savings on every single set coming out is the ultimate excuse. Well, yeah and no, because I mean, again, it depends on what they're spending it on, because I mean, everybody sees what I spend, and I do spend an insane amount of money on this stuff. But my opinion anyway would be, I would think that people of our age category would be more interested in the mock stuff as opposed to the people just blowing money on sets, especially when the sets are not impressive. There's no place like home says, I finally finished my police station today, just need to post some pics on Instagram. Look forward to seeing it, buddy, because you always do some very creative builds yourself. And awesome, hey, hi, how you doing? And not going to argue that at all, DCLX vids. And I can't change my gender, so. But that is what helps some people, yes. And like Paul Bot said, me personally, I don't feel awkward at all either. I'm with Paul Bot. I don't feel awkward buying Lego. I do think, though, that there is a big stigmata on it. And I know I've had this discussion on my channel before about it. And it's because it's true. A lot of people, you know, and even I'll say this because I've been collecting Lego for 22 years. And I used to never say anything to anybody about it. It was always kind of my little personal thing. And I'm looking, I thought I had like 3 more light blue gray window frames, and I'm not seeing them. I'm gonna have to just make an order tonight, aren't I? Of course. But crap. What can I, hold on one second, guys. What about, oh, there is a couple more in here. They must have fell out of the bag. Give me 1 second while I'm fishing some frames. Are those, oh, those are green. And that gave me a couple more. The new train comes out in the next, is it next month? May, it's either May or June, I don't remember. but it is coming out soon. Oh, I'm with you, John, because I agree with you. I do love the modular buildings also. So I am 100% with you on that. I do enjoy the modular buildings. And I understand why most other people enjoy the modular buildings as well, because they are fantastic. Even though some people may not agree, I do think they are some beautiful buildings. And I am trying to figure out, guys, where I want to put my balcony. Let me get some more, let's see, let me get some more 2x3s and 2x4s. That way I can figure out my spacing a little better. Well, yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that one, DCL. That I think that might, but it's like I always tell everybody, or I try to make sure I tell everybody. Now, the new Lego road plates, I would say everybody got their inspiration totally off my ideas and everything. And there's a lot of people that are selling my ideas, which kind of irks me, but I have to get over it. But as far as Mills plates as a whole, the idea of Mills plates is not my idea. Where I actually learned about Mills plates, yes, I did modify them for my own benefit and made them better. But where I learned about Mills plates was from the pin lug. And I always like to try and remind people of that and tell people to go check out that site, because they do have free instructions on, mind you, it's on their version of the Mills plates. But that was how I even got interested in the Mills plates, was from the pin lug. And if you go on their website, they have a lot of very valuable information as far as ballasting trains and things like that. Their version, though, is thicker, fatter, whatever you want to call it, with the way that they design their particular Mills plates. And that's why I got to do something different here, because this isn't going to work out, I don't think. Give me a second while I'm thinking. But they... You know, I'm going to put the balcony here. I'm going to have to change the first floor. I'm going to put the balcony here and then close this off. But they have downloadable instructions and tons of ideas, but most of their Mills plates are based upon being 2 bricks. Yeah, I loved the look. I loved all that information about it, but their version is a very expensive version, to say the least, and that was why I ended up doing what I was doing. And who helped me with doing what I do anyway, the method that I use, was Charm City Bricks. And he is also the one that has kind of always pushed me to trying to do different things and pick up different methods and such. So I always try to give a lot of kudos to Charm City Bricks. He doesn't do a lot of posts in the aspect of like YouTube or anything. But he does have a very good following on Instagram. His Instagram, he probably focuses on more than anything. But he does have some YouTube channel stuff as well. And for those that have never heard of Charm City Bricks, I really highly recommend you take a look at him, because he does have some really cool builds too. No, I did not invent them. They were not solely my idea. A lot of the methods that are going around, like I said, it was I built off somebody else's idea. And I know that was a joke. But a lot of people, I think, honestly think that I am like the person that invented them, and it wasn't totally my invention. I did modifications in my own workaround on them, but I am not the creator of Mills at all. DJ was saying, view-wise, builders usually would put the balcony on the street side, and that's kind of what I'm thinking, but the problem is I'm going to have to redesign my first floor. Because to me, the balcony should be right here is what I was thinking. And now that you've said that, you've thumped me, DJ. You reached out and you smacked me, and now I'm going to have to try it because I know it'll look better. And then I'm going to have to re-engineer the whole building, watch. And I'm going to blame DJ. It's all DJ's fault. Thanks, DJ. Just teasing, man. Really, I'm not. But trying trying to think of how I want to do this. I can't even think about the first floor because I got to re-engineer it. If I do that, I can put the double window here, which means I could put a 2x4 there, right? And no, how do I want to do that? You know what? I would want to put, yep, I'm going to have to redo everything. So if I did that there, then I put the 2 and then the 4, and then I brought that over. I guess I should have done this first. So then I can put a 4 here. If I did that, so that would be, the doors would be here, that'll be the balcony. I can do a small 4-point wall here. And if I did that, I can put that there. I can take this wall and scoot it down one more. Then I can put another, let's see. DJ says, hey, hangs head in shame. Bill Frog says you should have called them Bevan's plates. Yeah, I probably should have, shouldn't I? Michael, yes. As far as I know, I was the absolute first person to do the modifications with the new road plates. And now everybody is building versions of the new road plate based off of what I did. Because I didn't know of, because that particular video, when I did it, it blew up because nobody else had done it. But I mean, it doesn't matter if I did it or not. Everybody else is doing it now, so half the people don't even know that I ever did anything with it. And DCL that says it's Paul's fault. And Paul says he at least didn't get the blame this time, and DCL is making sure that you did. And Michael is right, it is always Paul's fault, so it doesn't matter, my friend. John Garrett said a few of us said street side, but it's still DJ's fault. And I am trying to look at this and kind of recalculate what would look best. I almost feel like, you know what I'm almost feeling? Is if, so I'm going to have the 2 doors there, just to try and keep the flow and the look of how that building is. So I'll have the 4, and then I'll have the 4, and then if I did a wall with the white or the blue sticking out of this side, I could put that there and then put the 2x4 here, and then I can put the window here, here, and here, and trying to think, because I'm still trying to kind of keep with the cue, the styling cue of that building. If I do that, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got a 6 there. So I would need, let's see, if I did, actually, yeah, if I do that there, so that's a 3. This will give me my 4s. Remember, I'm trying to keep the same overall appearance of one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I did that there, crap, I still, no, the blue line goes here. Yep, the blue line goes there. So if I put a window here, a blue line, 2, 3, 4. I want the white of Paul says he always feels the love here. He's so glad he's infamous. Actually, you are, and for those that don't know, for my members anyway, he was just made moderator in our Discord group. So now if you have any problems, because I know PaulBot is on there more than anybody, see Paul. So PaulBot is our newest main moderator for our Discord group. And I am trying to, it's down there. Paul likes the harassment. He wouldn't feel loved if we didn't give him a hard time. At least I think that's how it goes anyway. I hope that's how he feels. I almost feel like I could put a window there. So if I did that, I could, I'm going to start using some dark frames, guys, just 3G Bricks, thank you so much, man. He says, looking awesome, keep up the great job. And I appreciate that, buddy. 3G Bricks just donated $1.99. I'm going to grab some dark blue frames because I don't have any more light, just so I can get a better feel. Because then I have all my frames and it helps me think better as far as the appearance, the looks, the feel, all that good stuff. So if this was going to be, if I did it that way, that would be there. I got the blue lines on here. We got the 3 ways on the sides. So if I did that, this is going to be 1, 2, 3 with the spot, and then we'd do the 3. And this would be the balcony side, but we're not doing a balcony, so I would want a frame. I'm almost thinking I'm going to have to do something different with the walls on those. Oh, absolutely, Brick Sergeant. And thank you for being a member for 16 months, my friend. He says, build the tower to the sky, Daryl. And hello, Peanut Lee. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Yes, you do dish it out very well, Paul Bot. You are absolutely correct. DCL says, smart to make him the moderator. Yes, because I can officially blame him. You are absolutely correct. I like you, DCL. You're on my wavelength. The problem is I kind of personally liked the way I originally had the bottom floor. Maybe. Well, let's think about it again. Let's try and go back. Let's rethink it for just a minute. If I make that, let's keep that same line. Who says I can't have a larger balcony? How's that sound? So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can put, so if I did that, I could put that there. Bear with me while I muddle through my mind, because my mind is terrible. That's probably the boss, but we're going to look at it anyway. Nope, not the boss. I'm glad to have you here, Peanut Lee, and totally understand, my friend. I can't mirror the other building, and here's why, if you haven't noticed it anyway. This, if I tried to mirror it, the whole plate, everything changes. And I'm trying to keep it on the 48 by 48. This building is actually 32 studs wide this way. The long side on this building is only 24 studs, and that's why I can't mirror it. Now I could mirror it, and I would have to switch it up a little bit, but I can mirror it if I wanted to make the plate bigger, you know what I mean? Because then I could bring the building this way more, so I would have a balcony this way and this way on this particular building. But the base plate would have to be extended another, well, it doesn't have to, it would be what I'm going to call a bastard size. Because this is 48 by 48, and then generally for you to do another base plate width, it would have to be another 16. So it would actually end up being 232s, but then I could bring the building all the way over here. But then if I did that, trying to think, would I have enough? If it would give me enough room to be able to build 3 of these towers, I wouldn't be bothered by it, but I was trying to keep it down to 2. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are only 4 off, so if I moved over, if I added 16, 5, I wouldn't be able to put, I still wouldn't be able to do it. Because with doing 2 of them, it would still hit the corner of the building. Thank you so much, Peanut Lee. I'm not going to argue that, Paul. He says me muddling around in my mind is a dark canyon. Things get lost easy. And I will not disagree with you, my friend. Things get lost very easy in my mind. Like I said, I am trying to keep the same look, but I was trying to do something just slightly different. But I still wanted it to match, if that makes sense. I wanted it to be matchy. And I agree with the fact of I kind of want it street side after somebody putting that thought in my head and screwing me up. Paul. That would be kind of interesting, Kenneth. Kenneth suggested put a catwalk to the other building. That would be interesting. Which doors are you referring to? Because see, these I have them all opening inside. If you look, they open into the building. It would probably look better though. Which is what I think you're saying is if I put it over against this wall, where that's my solid window. So yes, I probably should move the doors to here and get rid of them off there. And realistically, when it comes to building code anyway, you should have the door against this wall because when you open it up, you want it to be closest to the wall. So that is technically where the door should be. DJ says we're a zip line to the other one. I'm thinking, let's see, let's pull that back off for a minute. Let's put that here. Come here. And let's put this here. Let's do the wall here. Let's do this at the corner. Let's do that. Actually, let's do that. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Put that back. Put that back. Put that back. Put that back there. I don't want that there. I just like to torture myself. I really do. I enjoy it a lot. I think I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would make the balcony too small. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could do that. So then if I did that, that window would go here. And then I could do the balcony. Give me 1 second and I will come back to the comments. 1, 2. Where's my, need 1 more. Where you at? Could have swore I had another one here. And so that would go there. And then I can put, you know what, to match, actually no, I want to go this with here. So that gives me that line. And then I'm thinking, so walls out, blue line. Would that look right though? That wouldn't look right. 2, 3. That could be an interesting look though. Maybe. I have some of these ordered and coming from Lego already. And you guys can't see what I'm doing. There we go. So I'm going to have the door frames here. Or, give me 1 second. No, the apartment will not have a pool. At least I didn't plan on putting one anyway. Doesn't mean I can't change my mind though. So I will say that. And let's try it this way, like he suggested. So then I could put this there. I could put that there. I could do that. With that. That is the odd size. That should make it even. So if I did that, that would be here. That's the wall. That can come over. That'll go there. And I will come back to the comments in just a second if my stuff will quit falling. No, I know they generally don't totally match, but I'm trying to, let's see. I'm trying something different, dang it. So if I did that and that. So that's going to be 3 back, so that's 3 and 3 because it sticks out. Or do I want that to flip? And part of this process, just so everybody gets that too, is part of my thought process is also trying to trying to keep a pattern as far as the 2x4s and the 2x3s. Let's see, if I did that, so I could do a short wall. I could do that. And a short wall. Oh, but that's because the blue would be on this side. So I am trying to keep that matchy, so I can't do that one. But what I can do is the 2x4 would be here. And then I can bring this over. So that will go there. So that gives me my 2x3. There's that. I'm just leaving this out. But what I could do to slap this back in is, and that should be on the same wall as the blue, I could take that and put it here. So that wall would have that pattern and the blue line. And then this wall's got the 2x3s, just like this has got the 2x3s. So that would be my 1x4. Give me 1 more second, guys, and I will come back to the comments. A rotating door at the bottom. I could do that, but I'd have to change the other building too. But that could be something that could be added, yes. And then I'm going to have, let's see, let's do a window, piece, a window, a stripe, a window. So that gives me the window stripe, window piece, window 2x4. And where's that 2x3 goes there. So I would need, it's 4, 5, 6, 7. That messes up that height, or is that? Should be, oh, it's because that's got to be. Now I'm just knocking stuff everywhere. Get back on there. So if I do that, I would want. I'm happy with that. I'm good with that. What I think I'm going to have to do is I can't use the same chunk pattern that I was trying to use before. That's what's going to mess it up. But it is going to work. At least I think it feels like it's going to work. 2, 3, blue. I almost feel like I should have the blue line on this side though. Bill Frogs has a bunch of backseat builders. Joe Crab says a pool on the roof would be a unique touch. Peanut Lee says, Daryl, have you decided what part of the city you'll be placing these buildings? Yes, these are going to be going back over by the area that is the where the Avengers Tower is at. These are going to be going against the back wall for Skyline buildings. And hello to Germany, my friend. Thank you so much for signing in. He says, glad to see you live, and I'm glad you could make it live. LJ says, blue vertical lines on other side of the window away from the horizontal patterns on the courtyard side be the same as the other building. And that's kind of what I was thinking as well, my friend. I do agree with that particular statement. That this should be over here. Nope, I definitely agree with you on that. So what I'm thinking, which that could still go there, but what I have to do is then that this would have to be a standard wall. I want the stripes, so I could put, let me ask you guys this. Do you think, let me put one together. Do you think that would be too much facing the building or the city? Because again, this is the city street here. I'm going to show you what I'm thinking. Let me get it striped. Totally disregard the first floor. Which, I'm sorry, my head's getting in the way of the camera. A real easy workaround. Let's see. Bill Frog says, I love squirrels. LJ says, I only like to shoot out ideas. You always make it look good. And holy crap, dude, Bruce Kuhn comes in for the win. Bruce Kuhn just donated $50. Holy freaking crap, man. He says, hi Godzilla, Daryl and all. Shark, shark, shark. And thank you, Bruce Kuhn. I appreciate that. That was an awesome, awesome, generous donation, buddy. I really do. It was the rain, the thunder, the whole kit and caboodle, man. Again, thank you. I appreciate that, Bruce. Now you've just totally messed me up. I don't know what I was thinking though. That just totally blew my mind. And again, thank you, Bruce. Very, very awesome of you, buddy. There was what I was thinking. If I put that there, see, that still I don't think will work though with the pattern, dude. Again, thanks for the shocker on that, Bruce. I am struggling to figure out what I think would work best. But I'm thinking put that next to the balcony. And then if I did a window and then a wall, maybe. This is just thinking for a moment. Bill Frog said that you're absolutely right. That is a squirrel. That is definitely a distractor there for a minute. I'm trying to regain my bearings now. He just shocked the daylights out of me. Like beyond shocked the daylights out of me. Bruce Kuhn, for those that do not know, he is, I'm trying to remember the name of the place, and please feel free to jump in, Bruce. But he is taking care of the you messed me up, the train museum down in New Orleans. And he actually built my train station to have on display there. And I was beyond blown away that he chose to use my train station in the display in the museum that he works at. I think that's just absolutely awesome and very flattering, to say the least. Let's see, 1, 2. And I am trying to. That won't quite. See, it's like it's just the numbers don't work out as well when I didn't do it. Mike says a shiny squirrel. I'm wondering if it would work better, because the problem I have with this is I don't have as big as a size, and maybe I should just try downsizing some of my squares. Let me see, just for sizing reasons, how this, actually let's keep that there. Let's put the big white there. And then I could put that. I don't think that's going to work either. What I'm thinking is changing this out to a 2x2. So let's just see how that would look. Michael says a shiny squirrel and Daryl is a yeah, I am. I'm trying to get back in the build mode though. I don't know that I like that either though. Thank you, Lego Joe. He says looking awesome. But if I did that, it's almost like I need to scrap the blue line and put the blue line on the sides, whether I like it or not. So I could go like this, this, 2, 3, 4, but that's going to mess me up on the. So that's why I was able to do this one, is because I had the 2 balconies, and that's what's messing me up. Is I only have 1 balcony now, so it's messing up my numbers. And it worked until we had the thought of, because it worked on the first floor, until I thought about the balcony. Let's go back to the first floor look. Let's think about it for a minute. Let's think about what I can rip out for the balcony. Let's go that route. I could put the balcony right here. Why don't I do that? That would simplify things. You know what? Let's do that. The balcony doesn't have to be on the corner. It's a different building. It's a smaller building. Let's do this. Kenneth Swan, thank you so much. He says a raindrop for you, and always thanks for the great videos and streams. And thank you, Kenneth Swan. But anyway, again, thank you so much, Kenneth Swan. Bruce still messes me up. Anyway, trying to match the first floor. Let's go a different direction. Let's make the balcony inset. I think you guys can see kind of what I'm saying. If I do it that way, then what I could do is I can build windows, just a thin window in here. Then I can put the 3x3, because like I said, it doesn't have to be an exact match, right? So if I take and did that, because they are different types of buildings, we're just trying to keep them kind of in the same window, if you will. So if I did that and put this here, let me grab this. So now I would put a window, my wall, a window, the slope, a window, the brick, 2 windows, a 2x3, and then I can put the other thin window. Do the other small wall. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then start with my pattern again. So it would be window, wall, window, stripe, window. And what I have to do is just build. So this is a 2x3. What I can do is take that and do this for that inside corner. Oh, I gotta go one bigger. It's always one bigger. So this one wall is going to be a little goofy for the balcony, is what it works out to. But I think that would work. What do you guys think? Mind you, there would be doors in here because this would be a solid wall. So that would be the inside corner. Trying to give you guys a look. Right there. Does that look good, guys? You think? Maybe? Yeah? No? Is it too much? Too much blue on one side? Peanut Lee says, I love it. I'm trying to look through the camera to make sure I can see what, and again, I'm going to put some trees or something in here, or I'm gonna decorate in here. So in this building, I want it to match the height. DCL says looks good. Kenneth Swan says looks good. My only concern was you don't think this and this being on the same, because what I was trying to do is put this on the front side, so that way it's only the blue stripe when you're looking this way, and then if you're looking this way it wouldn't be. DJ says, yep, like the shiny full-length window. Oh, it's about this one? So I think it works, and then I still got my pattern, because I still got this that matches that, because this is basically what this entire wall is, and I just changed up that. Seeing a lot of thumbs up and looks good. Brick Sergeant's thumbs up. Frog looks good. Steinhardt says looks good. Bruce Kuhn says fabulous. Okay, I think that's the look I'm going to go for. And by doing that, I don't have to change the first floor either. So that's the other added benefit of it. Steve says that looks awesome. The blue is excellent. Thank you, my friend. I think that's what I'm going to run with then. And then what I might do next to this is put that funky purple building right here. You know what? Just for grins and giggles. Trying to shake the pieces off of it. Can you imagine this building built with another courtyard or something next to it? That might be too much too, though. I don't know. DCL said he agrees with me that these should have faced the same way, but see, the only other way that I could really think of doing it, because I'm with DCL, I feel like these should be over here. But the only, I'm trying to think, let's see if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, blue stripe. 2, 3, 4. That would be an odd number. I'd have to put the balcony facing the courtyard, which that might not, I mean, I get it, you probably should face the road, but looking at the courtyard might not be a bad thing. Window, wall, should be wall, window, stripe, window, wall. Let me, DJ says, that's Thanos Palace Casino. Let me try one more adjustment. I'm trying to bring that back over so you guys can see it. One more tweak, and I am dropping pieces. Let me just one more quick trial. If I did that, this, and that. I really feel like that would be better to have them both facing this way. And if I did that, then what I would do is go bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Holy crap, Brett Tucker, or Brett Ucker. Thank you so much. He said I made it, and hello everyone, and thank you. That was awesome, buddy. He just did a $20 donation as well. You guys are killing me tonight. Bruce did 50, now you're 20. In between you guys, Kenneth Swan did 5. You guys are awesome, man. It is still raining, and again, thank you guys. 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I did that, let me get these pieces over here so it makes more sense. 1, 2, 3. Oop, don't fall. 4. So actually what I would need is that could go there, and I could put the 2 windows there. Guys, that goofy wall I did would go here, and then I would do the 1x3 there. So those would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it is still raining. Aaron says looking good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would go there. Right? 2, 3, 4. Actually, no. Well, it would, yeah. What it was is this piece would go here. Then it would be window, stripe, window, then this piece would be here. Okay. So that I could do what I had just had, or I could do this view. So what do you guys think would look better? This is having the balcony into the courtyard though, whereas the other way is the balconies up front. I almost feel like the balcony facing the courtyard might be better, and then having these stripes altered from one another look good. Either way, it doesn't matter. I have to order a bunch of gray parts before I can come back and revisit this. But I do have another building I can start on tomorrow, and I have the Thanos building I can work on tomorrow also. And holy crap, man, I've been on here for 2.5 hours. That's like an insanely long stream for me. 2.5 hours. I can't believe I've done that long. That's crazy. That's like beyond crazy. Bill Frog was saying, why is it there a 1x3 and not 1x4? I can do 1x4 also. It's just I was trying to, because it's probably easier to show it by pulling the building off. The pattern that I came up with for the original building shape has a 1x3 wall that's extending, and that's why I was trying to keep a 1x3, because I'm still trying to kind of match the pattern of this building. without it being the same width is what I was trying to kind of be after. Brick Sergeant says okay, so Brick Sergeant's saying the balcony on the front, and Kenneth Swan is saying balcony in the courtyard. Brett is saying balcony in the courtyard. Yeah, but McBoy Animations, what I will say, because he's saying that the prices of 1x4s have gone up. The prices of everything, and I don't know how many people have been paying attention. Me personally, I've been paying very close attention. The prices of everything have gone way up. And when I say they've gone way up, I'm not actually I'm really not just talking about the Lego website or the Lego Pick-a-Brick. I'm talking about everywhere. Because Lego Pick-a-Brick, the parts did come up, and Peanut Lee says, I really like the balcony facing the courtyard. And thank you, Peanut Lee. The prices did go up on some things on Lego Pick-a-Brick, and some of it went down. The big thing is they standardized it. But the thing that I found is on Bricklink, a lot of parts are going way up. And there's a reason for that. One thing is starting this year, and that's why I don't know how many people noticed, there was a ton of Lego stores that actually shut down over the last few months. And it's because starting this year, and this isn't Lego's fault. Lego was already doing the taxes on Bricklink, but starting this year, anybody that does any sales are going to start getting 1099 from PayPal for those sales. So a lot of the stores were shutting their businesses down on Bricklink. And then the stores that planned on staying, they've all whacked their prices up. And the reason they're whacking their prices up is because now they're going to get 1099 on their sales. So they're raising their prices in order to cover the expense of what they're going to have to pay for at the end of the year. So that's, DJ says he likes the balcony better on the front. Bricklock says door number 3, Bob. So Bricklock doesn't like any of the choices. So that's part of the reason why you're seeing some major increases, especially on Bricklink. But in regards to the 1x4, you're saying they're 25 cents a piece. I'm assuming that you are talking about that on, because I don't believe they're that expensive on Lego's Pick-a-Brick site, but I believe that is like the common price on Bricklink. But now that the new Pick-a-Brick site is set up, you can actually find that piece in larger quantities on Bricklink or on Pick-a-Brick very easily. I hope that makes sense. Michael, thank you so much. He says another raindrop, and he just donated $5 as well. And again, thanks, my friend. I really appreciate that. So to me, it's kind of sounding 50-50 on whether the balcony should be here or here. Like I said, it's easy to put it back here. It's not a big deal. I was just kind of glancing at it to figure it out. So here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to let this ferment. And what I mean by ferment, because I have to order parts regardless. I have my bricks, but I need my frames. I need the frames, and then I need the 1x2x2 frames. So we're gonna after the stream anyway, I'm gonna pick all this up. I'm gonna set it aside. I'm gonna let it ferment for a few days while I'm waiting for parts to get here. Might even be longer than a few days. But we're gonna let it ferment, and then I'm gonna play with a few more ideas when we come back. But tomorrow, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm either gonna work on, because I had another building this size designed, or I'm gonna go back to the purple, yellow, and gold building. Because that building, I think, is going to be really interesting. That's going to be a very large building, though, and I think I'm going to have to build that on a 48x48 base plate, too, because of the way I'm thinking about doing it. And then something else I'm looking at doing, I have some really cool ideas for Wayne Enterprises, but it's going to take me a while to amass the parts, because I'm looking at that building costing probably, the way that I'm looking at building it anyway, is going to be one of those $3,000 to $4,000 buildings, and it's going to take me a while to amass the pieces. But I'm starting to get some really sweet ideas on what I think is going to be a very cool Wayne Manor, or Wayne Enterprises. And it will, if I build it the way I'm thinking I'm going to build it, it'll be every bit as big, if probably not bigger, than what I intend on finishing my Avengers Tower. I'm just kind of staring at it to think about it, because it's going to be bigger. The base plate on it's going to be at least 4x4, 32x32s when I do Wayne Enterprises. At least that's my thoughts anyway. DJ was saying the advantage of the front is the skinny window, talking about that little window that I had originally up here. Will show light through it really well, and you are right on that. And Lego Mike was saying, looking good, Daryl, save some parts for the rest of us. And thank you, Lego Mike. And I do try. Believe it or not, most of my orders here lately have been through the Lego website. I think it was 50,000 plus points, VIP points. And that not only have I noticed personally that it seems like parts on the Lego Pick-a-Brick wall are a lot cheaper, but because I had so many points, that's why I made such a huge order there, because I had over $300 worth of stuff that I was marked off on. And Macro Bricks, hey, how you doing, buddy? I have not seen you in a while. Sadly, though, I am just now getting ready to end because I have been going on almost 3 hours. And I'm starting to get a little tired, a little drowsy. And I'm probably not as entertaining as I could be because I am getting tired. So I was going to go ahead and try and end it here. I am going to try and swing. I am going to try and stream again tomorrow. I'm going to try and do an early stream because I do an errand sending out the parts morning. Because I try to do an early stream when I can on Saturdays. So I am going to try and go to bed, get up and stream tomorrow for my UK audience, because I know a lot of those guys don't get to get in and check out my channel very often. And then I will try and stream again tomorrow night. But like I said, we're not going to be working on this. We're going to be working on a different building. But because I am getting tired, guys, and it's getting harder and harder for me to talk. And again, thank you for signing in, Macro. I appreciate that, buddy. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. But as always, I like to end my streams by running that beautiful bean footage, because I like to make sure I give credit where credit is due for all the awesome people that have donated during the stream. And we've had quite a few amazing donations tonight, I have to say. And I want to start by giving that, and thank you again, Bruce. I want to start by giving a very special thank you to all the people that donated during the stream, and that is Brick Sargent, who donates in every single stream. 3G Bricks, Bruce Kuhn, and dude, you did a whopper of a donation. Kenneth Swan, you guys all did. Brett did another great donation, and so did Michael. So again, thank you so much, guys. You guys are all amazing, and I really appreciate it. And a very special thank you to Marcus Ursic for his subscription, and another very special thank you for Brick Sargent for his 16 months of membership. Again, you guys are awesome. But anyway, as always, thank you for coming to Bevan's Bricks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share below. I will be streaming again tomorrow, and I hope to catch you guys all then. But until then, have a blessed day, and we will see you all soon. Take care, everybody, and good night.